welcome back guys in the Microsoft Excel tutorials. So in this video we're going to continue some more formulae. We learned about some common formulae like addition. We didn't learn about subtraction, but we can do that in this one. Percentage, average, minimum, maximum. So if we want to do the average, the subtraction, what can we subtract? For example, we can subtract any two values, like we can say equal, and then simply we can say we want to subtract F18 minus G18. So we want to subtract 150 minus 75. Just say enter and it will subtract those values. And similarly we can copy this formula below or above in any direction and it will calculate the subtraction of these two numbers. So that's how you subtract two different values. Alright, so now we'll learn a little bit more about some complex formulae, like we want to see A minus B plus C or something like that. For example, if I want to add these two numbers and then subtract, or add these three numbers and then subtract this number from them, how can I do that? For example, I want to write, what I want to write is like A plus B plus C minus D. So we can do that easily. Like we can write here equals and then G4 plus G5 plus G6 minus G7. There you go. That's very easy. And we can also introduce different brackets, like for example, what we want to do is, if we want to add G4 plus G5 and then divide it by plus G6 and then divide by G7. So we don't want to write like this. So in this one, it will divide G6 by G7 and then add the other quantities. So we actually want to add them first and then divide by G7. So for that, we'll just need to include a bracket over here. So now it will consider the bracket quantities in one place and then it will divide the answer with G7. So if we enter that, that is 1.5. So that's how we can also edit complex formulas in Microsoft Excel, and we can do pretty much anything. And we can also take the square root. For example, we want to take the square root of G5, like this value 10 is equal to SQRT G5, enter. So that's the square root of this number. Similarly, we can take log, natural log, like we want to take log 10. That's it. We want to take natural log of this number. We can do that. And there are also very cool trigonometric functions, like we can take the sine theta, this number, cos, tangent, cos inverse. So if you come to this tab here, formulas, you can see that there are different functions, like you can insert a function, sum, average, if, count, maximum, minimum. These are different functions, standard deviation. And then you have recently used formulas, auto sum, financial, I don't know anything about financial things, but here you go, you can see what are these logical if else statements, like if this column is equal to this number, do this, if it is not, then do that. So that's kind of programming. And then text, date and time, maths and trigonometry, you can see a lot of trigonometry functions and mathematical functions and some more functions like statistical, engineering, wow, cubic, and a lot more. So you can discover everything in this formulas tab. That there are many other formulas still lying around which you can discover. So we have covered pretty much basic things which you need to calculate most of the times, and of course you can do much advanced things. You can write very big formulas as you like. I mean, you just need to understand how things work, and you need to give proper cell number, like F8 is for this. You will not write 50, you will write F8. That means the content of this cell, whatever it is, 50 or 60, it doesn't matter. So that's how the formulas work in Microsoft Excel. So the next thing, we can have a little look at the page options. And if we go to page layout, like if we want to print this sheet, so what I like usually is, first we go to view, and I like to see the sheet in the page layout or page break view. So in page layout, it will show it like this: whatever is on one page, whatever is on the other page. You can add a header very easily, and you can see it in different pages. So that is very cool. But you can also see it in page break view. So if you click on page break view, I'll just zoom it a bit. In page break view, it will show you that this blue line is a break of page 1. So this all will come in page 2. If you still want to fit everything in one page, you can just put your mouse pointer on this blue line, and then when it becomes a double-headed arrow, just click and drag it. So now page 1 is extended till here. This will come in page 2. We can do a custom page setup. For example, if we go to page layout, orientation, we want it landscape, for example. Alright. We want it landscape, the size is A4, and the margins, we custom margins, use custom margins. And here we can say see pages landscape, and print quality is good. We are adjusting it to 91% of normal size. We'll see what does it mean. So here in the margins, we can set the margins left, right in inches, header, footer, and then look at the contents. They are confined at this place. So if we click horizontally center, it will center them on the page in horizontal fashion. If we say it vertically, it will vertically center them. So we can do horizontal center and click OK. So that's it now. I'll drag it to include everything on one page. We again go to margins and then custom margins. Now we see print preview. So that's how it will look in the printed form. So you can again scale it or go to page setup from here as well and adjust it, like I want it a bit bigger. See, more bigger. So that's how we can control the page setup and layout. So now the page setup is done. If I want to go back to page layout, I can go from view tab or the normal view like this. But still in the normal view now we'll see that these are the dotted lines. They're showing the boundary of one page. So this is one page. Whatever you will write here will be printed on page number 1 and then page number 2 and so on. So that's how we control the print options in Microsoft Excel. That's also quite important. I mean, if you just keep making Excel sheets and you make very beautiful sheets, but you don't control the printing option, when you will print them, they will be quite messy. It won't look beautiful on the printed pages. So it's always better to do the page setup at start and do all the settings related to printing for the file, and then start making your sheets or writing formula, whatever you want, because then you will know what is coming on one page and what's going on the next pages and so on. So that was all about page layouts, and we also learned about Formulae. in the next video we'll learn about inserting some graphs and charts and other useful stuff with Microsoft Excel. And I think that would be last or second last video. We have learned pretty much basic things which we usually need for Microsoft Excel. So that's all, and good luck with Microsoft Excel. Bye bye.